Good morning. It's Jim Monaghan with the North Jersey Cardinals, and on behalf of all of us, I want to say hello to you and welcome you to our first Zoom meeting. If you're missing baseball as much as all of us are, I know that this has kind of been a crazy time for you. I was just saying before we started that this is the first spring that I haven't been doing something baseball related. I believe it was the summer after 8th grade because we moved. And we moved right in the middle of what would have been the spring baseball season. So I didn't register in my town, and then we moved up to here in North Jersey, and it was too late to join there. So that was the first time, and so that goes back a ways, the first time that I haven't had any kind of baseball activity, whether it's as a player or more recently, obviously, as a coach. Unfortunately, we really don't know what's happening with our season. Schools are still waiting. We're hearing from the governor as to whether they'll be closed for the rest of the school year or not, and that obviously will have a little bit of an effect on some of you. If you're a high school player, then obviously your high school season will definitely be over, and what happens beyond that, we're still waiting to see. On the higher levels, obviously nothing's happened with professional baseball yet. We're still waiting to see what happens there with both major leagues and minor leagues. There's talk of different realignments. We'll see what happens there. The college baseball season pretty much ended before it started. There were a handful of games that they got in, but at least one college summer league, the Cape Cod League, which is considered the premier college summer league, that has been canceled for the 2020 season. So we're still waiting to hear on some of the other college seasons as well. Little League World Series, unfortunately for this year, has definitely been postponed. And you probably heard that there's no Cooperstown induction ceremony this year as well. So we're still kind of on a wait and see. Hopefully we get some kind of baseball for the Cardinals teams and your town team or maybe your school team as well. Although in terms of school, the window for that is getting smaller and smaller. So what I did was put together a little bit. I'm just admitting a couple more people here. Hang on. What I did was put together a little PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to share my screen here so you'll be able to see it. So you should be hopefully doing your home workouts of some sort. And with those home workouts, you definitely want to make sure you do something along the line of a pre-workout. And that would be just like what we did during the winter training programs where you did a little bit of a light jog for a couple minutes just to get the blood flowing. We do our form running to get you to be athletic. That's why we do all the skipping and the high knee skips and high knees and side shuffles and karaoke and things of that nature to get you to be athletic. And then in addition to that, and we don't get a chance to do this a lot in the winter training program, but now that it's outside, the weather's getting better, definitely do some sprinting. Baseball is played in 60 to 90-foot intervals. Obviously, it depends on the size of your field. But you think of some of the drills that we've done with our base running where we're talking first to third or second to home, that type of sprinting where you're just going full blast. And you can definitely increase your speed by working on your sprints. Long distance running is fine. A lot of pitchers do that. Might break up some of the lactic acid that forms after a pitcher's outings, but definitely sprint work is extremely important for baseball players because, again, you do a lot of that depending upon the size of the base. It's either it's intervals of 60 or 90 feet, or in the case of some of you, it would be 70 feet, of course. But think again, first to third, second to home, that sort of thing. Home to second, you're breaking out of the box and you want to go thinking double right out of the box. So sprint work is extremely important. And as always, you want to make sure that you stretch. And that would go both before and after your workouts. And that includes the arm circles that we do and the JAEGER band work as well. So hopefully you've been seeing some of the videos that have been coming out This is one of them. I think this is the most recent one, but here's an example of some band work. If you were in our pictures program over the winter, you saw this, and some of the stretching motions as well.
Any athletic activity, you want to make sure your body is warmed up. What we recommend with the Cardinals is arm circles to start small, a little bigger, and gradually get bigger. Going forward, going backwards. We also like to cross our arms. And again, we want to be up about chin high with this, not down here. We come up here. Our elbows even with our shoulders. In our Cardinals training program, you're well aware of these. We like to do dynamic stretching as opposed to static stretching, because all you're doing here is just kind of stretching the muscle out. You're really not warming it up the way you do with arm circles and exercises like that. One other thing we like to use with the Cardinals are JAEGER bands. We use these exclusively in our pitching program. There's two strengths, one for youth players, a little bit thinner, and then one for older players, ages 13 through adult. We recommend that you use the cuffs, and there are a variety of exercises that you can do with JAEGER bands designed to strengthen your muscles and get you loose. As you get stronger from doing these, rather than stretch out to create more tension, do more reps. That'll be what you want to do. And there's, again, a variety of exercises that you do. We have 11 of them that we can print out for you and send to you. Just ask me for a copy of that. After you've done your throwing, there are 3 exercises that we recommend you do as kind of a cool down. And again, it doesn't need to be a lot of tension, maybe even a little bit less than what you would do in your warm-up. We're going to do this 20 to 25 reps. Come up here, and again, 20 to 25 reps, and then a reverse of your throwing motion. 20 to 25 reps. Again, we do recommend that you use the cuffs when you're doing these exercises. It will help the bands work more efficiently. And you want the clip to be either waist high or chest high, never up at your face level. Hope this helps. Hope to see you soon on the field. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time on Cardinals Quick Clips.
And again, that's just one of the videos that we've put together for you during this time. And hopefully we'll be able to get a few more as well. Here is an example of some JAEGER exercises. Now, I don't expect you to copy this. You won't be able to, don't have to worry about taking a screenshot of this because I have a way to get all of this to you. But there's some workout reminders and some care things that you'll want to do here. And you'll see that on the left-hand side of your screen. And on the right, an example of some of the throwing style stretches that you can do with JAEGER bands. And again, these are good for players of all ages, whether you're 10 years old or all the way through our high school program. But we've got a couple of PDFs of these that I'll give you an email address that you can send me if you're interested. When you're doing some of your drills, and you'll recognize this drill if you've been in our fielding program, you want to get creative. And you can see this is a Red Sox minor leaguer. This was down in Fort Myers before they shut down spring training for the players. But you can see this is a drill that we've done with the Cardinals. Right here, he's working on his glove action coming through the ball. And he's doing it on his knees so he gets the proper hand action. And then if you've been in our program, you know that we do this progressively. Sometimes we'll start with your bare hand, then go to the glove with one hand, go to the glove with 2 hands. If you saw the wall ball drill that we sent out a little over a week ago, you can throw a ball against a wall and work on your ground ball action. Now, I have to be honest with you, I stole that picture from a guy named Darren Fenster. Darren is a Jersey guy. He went to Rutgers, had a short professional career. After his minor league playing career ended, he went back to Rutgers to be a coach, and he's now currently the minor league outfield and base running coordinator for the Boston Red Sox. His Twitter page, which has great suggestions for players of all ages, is Coach Your Kids, @CoachYourKids. And one of the hashtags that I like that Darren does a lot is ST Drills, hashtag ST Drills. And you can do that anywhere on Twitter. You don't have to be on his page. But every spring training, he posts a bunch of great drills that players of all ages can do. And you'll see what professional players are doing. in the months of February and March as they get ready for their seasons. It's very, very similar to a lot of what you're doing, whether it's tee work or simple throwing techniques, fielding techniques. In fact, you may have seen the wall ball drill video. The Seattle Mariners were doing that as part of their training. That was a station in spring training for them. They were taking their players off the side of the minor league clubhouse and having them throw balls against the wall. So again, Darren's a great resource at Coach Your Kids on Twitter, and look for that hashtag ST spring training, hashtag ST drills. There's great information there. So again, we don't know when our respective seasons are going to start, but what you want to do is to be proactive so that when the season does start, you're on your way to being fully ready to go. So there are plenty of drills and things that you can do. There's a lot of online workouts that are available as well. Maybe your parents, if you're a player, maybe your parents are doing one of them at home, whether it's a Peloton or a Beachbody, that sort of thing on demand. Body weight exercises are tremendous, all ages, whether you're 10 years old or you're a senior in high school. Push-ups, crunches, lunges, all of that is fine. You don't have to be using big weights in order to keep yourself in shape. And then in addition, mix your training up. Throw a football around. If you've got a brother or your parent or whatever, throw a football around. Develops different arm muscles, can develop arm strength as well. If you have a basketball hoop in the driveway, do that. You want to be an athlete, not just a baseball player. We want to make sure that you're an athlete. And some of the cutting moves that you make in basketball will definitely help you as an infielder, going side to side, as a base runner, being able to explode towards your next advancing base. Above all, stretch. We showed you those drills earlier, the video that we have, as well as the JAEGER band exercises. And obviously you want to hydrate to make sure that your body stays nice and hydrated. So I mentioned to you that if you wanted those JAEGER band exercises, I will be happy to email them to you. You may have a different email address for me. You may have my personal email address. This email address is an address that I use for my baseball stuff. It's baseballworkoutzone@gmail.com. So if you want those JAEGER band exercises, I'll be happy to email them to you. Just use that email address, baseballworkoutzone@gmail.com. Even if you don't have JAEGER bands, if you just have some kind of resistance band at home, you can do some of those same exercises by hooking the band up to your fence. So that's basically what we have for you. Again, I wanted to just reach out to you and let's see if we've got some questions in the chat here. Looks like somebody's doing Peloton. Good. Good. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Can you raise the volume on the video, please? No, I can't. I'm sorry. That was the volume that was coming through my laptop. That video, though, is on the Cardinals website at www.thenorthjerseycardinals.com. And so it's up there. You can find it on the Cardinals social pages as well. And we've got more videos coming. There's 5 or 6 more videos that we filmed a few weeks ago that we hope to have up on the website shortly. If you have any questions, again, that email address, you can reach out to me, baseballworkoutzone@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any baseball questions that you have, as well as send you those JAEGER band exercises. So be safe. Hopefully we'll see you on the field, and thanks for tuning in today.